Okay, so now the second half of this part of the session, um, I'll ask you to look at this quote again. We spoke about quite a bit before in the first session, um, from the Great Final Nirvana Sutra, or Parinirvana Sutra. Among all reapings, the autumn harvest is supreme. Among all tracks, the track of the elephant is supreme. Among all ideas, the idea of impermanence and death is supreme, because with it you eliminate all the attachment, ignorance, and pride of the three realms. Um, so we were in the first half, we were meditating on what is death, and especially who is it that dies? What is the person that experiences death? So as a follow-on from that, then this half, let's reflect on why is it important? Or is it important? Or if it is, why is it important to reflect on yeah, death and impermanence, um, and everything related to that? Um, so we can use this quotation also as a basis, and also think about the place of death in terms of the Lam Rim, the graduated path, um, how it follows contemplation of the precious human rebirth and all the opportunities that this fortunately human life that we have affords. Um, and then it's followed by contemplation of the suffering of the lower realms and refuge and karma, all of which are in the small scope, which are um, um, contemplations for turning away from attachment to the pleasures of this life. So how does impermanence and death, how is it important also in that regard? And you can think of in other ways as well. Okay, so we have about a little over 15 minutes left. So think about more about what is death, who is it that dies, and why is it important to think about, to reflect on death and in general, and especially within the context of the Lam Rim, the stages of the path of enlightenment. Why is it important to think about death? You can relax your attention there and we'll dedicate. So think of all the merit we've created this morning in these two sessions. We're meditating on impermanence and death in accordance with Buddha's teachings. You can rejoice. And we can dedicate with these verses from the Bodhisattva's Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life by Shantideva. May the blind see forms, may the deaf hear sounds, may the naked find clothing, may the hungry find food, may the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments, and may every disease in the world never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting one another. May no living creature ever suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, or their minds ever be depressed. If in those who encounter me a faithful or an angry thought arises, may that eternally become the source for fulfilling all their wishes. May all those who say bad things to me or cause me any other harm, and those who mock and insult me, have the fortune to fully awaken. May I be a doctor and a medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. May a rain of food and drink descend to clear away the pain of thirst and hunger, and during the eon of famine, may I myself change into food and drink. May I become an inexhaustible treasure for those who are poor and destitute, and may I turn into all things they could need, and may these be placed close beside them. May I be a protector for those without one, a guide for all travelers on the way. May I be a bridge, a boat, and a ship for all who wish to cross the ocean. May I be an island for those who seek one, and a lamp for those desiring light. May I be a bed for all who wish to rest, and a servant for all who want a servant. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach into the ends of space. Just like space and the great elements such as Earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures, for as long as space remains and for as long as sentient beings remain. Until then, may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. And especially may we pray for all those who are in the process of dying. May they die with minds of peace, without any regrets whatsoever, with contentment and joy in their minds. And may all those who are sick, especially, quickly recover. And all those who have recently passed away, may they quickly take a precious human rebirth, a rebirth in a pure land, in whichever circumstances are most conducive for their spiritual development. In short, may all beings be free from every form of suffering, have every form of happiness. May there be peace and harmony in the world among all sentient beings. Especially may climate destruction and global warming be quickly reversed, and the world be like a pure land for Dharma practice. Especially for James's cousin Michael, who's in the process of dying. May he die peacefully. Okay, so that brings us to an end of the two sessions this morning. So now we have a 2-hour and 15-minute break, and then we'll resume at 2:30 for 2 more sessions. And thank you, everyone, and enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Venerable.